Hi, and welcome to NRCC Business Talk. We are talking business with a guy that does business at the Netherlands Embassy, the economic counselor for 2 years now, Mr. Wijnand Marchal. I'm not sure I got the name right. I never get the Dutch names right. I need to go and stay at least a week there to get the pronunciation ready.
Keep on practicing. My name is Wijnand Marchal.
Okay.
You have that right.
So much better. Economic counselor, trade and economy counselor, actually. So how do you work with NRCC?
Yeah, well, the NRCC was established in 2006, and ever since that we've had a very close cooperation. Myself, I'm a member of the board of the NRCC, so I get to meet the board every month, and I know what's going on within NRCC and its members. So for me, it's a very interesting platform work-wise, because I get to know first-hand information about what the Dutch businesses are doing here, what their challenges are, and what they're working on. The cooperation, I guess, is very close, and we organize events together, like doing business in the Netherlands, which is coming up. Sometimes receptions, so like on King's Day, we try to work together. So there's a lot of common interests in what the NRCC tries to accomplish, and the interests of the embassy.
It's also the Dutch-Romanian network, working to bring these people doing business and fostering better ties with the Netherlands and the economy there. How these entities, how do they work together?
Yeah, the Dutch-Romanian network, or DRN, and they're based in the Netherlands, so they service mostly Dutch companies that are based in the Netherlands or doing business with Romania, and they have been around almost as long as the NRCC. They're also a network organization. They try to promote business interests of Romania in the Netherlands. So they have a much closer link to the Romanian embassy in the Netherlands than to us. But we are in touch, and we are also working together with them whenever they have an activity planned where they would like to involve the embassy. We are ready to cooperate, but they're more or less they're more into promoting Romania in the Netherlands, and we are here to promote the Netherlands in Romania.
Is it working?
Yeah, I think they are a good organization with a lot of members, and Romania is a country with a certain how shall I put it, a certain you have to get to know the country in order to
we call
value
it bad press, better reality. That's in a word, in a nutshell. We got a lot of bad press usually. People, when they come here, especially my expat friends, I don't know if they're telling me because they kind of want to be friends with me, but they say, "Oh, this is so much better than the media you've got over there."
That's my experience as well, and we're here to tell also the other side of the story.
Right. Now, the other side of the story, the biggest side of the story, is the investment. The Netherlands investment in Romania, topping $2 billion and affecting a lot the local economy, not only when it touches directly, but also when it sets an example and a model. How do you think that this investment over the years translated in economic terms for Romania?
Well, being the largest foreign investor in Romania, I mean, Dutch companies have been here since many years, and Romanian companies, there are about 5,000 Romanian companies that are doing business on Dutch capital. And together they provide jobs for 200,000 Romanians. And I think this is quite impressive, because Dutch capital is 25% of the total FDI stock in Romania. As you said, 2 billion so far invested here. And Well, a lot in sectors that relate to production, but also in IT and in agriculture. They're more or less all around the country in different sectors. And I think Dutch investments have contributed to modernizing the Romanian economy. For example, in shipbuilding, but also, as I said already, the agricultural sector, the financial sector, and many Dutch companies also choose their Eastern European hub to be in Romania. So it's a growing enterprise, these investments.
People are talking about the new economic recession. There are a few signs of it. If you look into the markets, what would this be? Okay, this clearly is not bad news, but could it be an opportunity? It's not good news, but could it be an opportunity for Romania or the Netherlands or both?
Well, I don't really agree with you about an economic recession, especially not to the extent that we have seen 10 years ago. There's definitely a slowdown of economic growth, and that is a global trend. It's not just focused on Romania. You have seen positive growth of up to 7% in only 2 years ago, and we all knew that this was not something that you can sustain over a longer period. And especially if your main trading partners like Germany and France, the growth is slowing down. That automatically has an impact on Romania. I think the Romanian economy, as the Dutch economy, is very dependent on these global economic developments. And the challenge is, I think Romania should be better prepared for an economic shock, because there can be one. And when there is the next economic shock, we don't know. It can happen, really as a shock.
We have this tradition of economic shocks in this country that goes before capitalism, before coming back into Europe.
Yeah.
We had economic shocks in the 70s and then the 80s. Yeah. Some were in sync with the global economy, others were just locally produced. So we're ready. I mean,
but I think the bottom line here is that in a time of economic growth, a country should invest in what is the backbone of the economy. So in infrastructure, in research and development, in education. And if you have those things in order...
It shouldn't spend all money on pensions and salaries? No. No, don't tell me.
I'm not telling you any secrets there, of course. But,
that's something new for me.
Yeah.
Really? We should invest in infrastructure. That's strange. Yeah. Anyway, please carry on. Okay.
Yeah, so I think by doing that, you will be less vulnerable to shocks that are most probably coming from outside Romania rather than inside.
Now, the second most innovative country in the world, the Netherlands.
So we are.
Yes. Also, I mean, I like it. It has three names. You know, it's the Netherlands, but the people are Dutch. We call it Holland, and Romanian. Mm-hmm. So we should do the same thing. You know, have a little bit of a branding respite here. Mm-hmm. But going back to that, how does it translate? What can you implement in Romania? What is the innovation that you were able to translate here? Easy.
Well, since we have Dutch companies active in a wide variety of sectors, there are lots of opportunities. And we always try to link the drive towards innovation to the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations. And one of these goals, it's number 17, it's about partnerships. And we have tried to forge partnerships with Romania on these sustainable development goals. Also opening up Romania for Dutch companies to explore opportunities when it comes to innovation. So, for example, in the water sector, there's a lot of knowledge. I mean, we Dutch, we live, half of the country is below sea level, so we have to be creative in order to survive. Well, here in Romania,
we're in the same situation with our finances.
Yeah, but also with the water situation, the Danube and the Danube Delta and the areas around. You also have to deal with floodings that are a nuisance for the population. But with some solutions that you can, just copy from the Netherlands. You make this country a much better place to live, and we're ready to share these experiences. Also, exchanges in circular economy are taking place. Back to the Sustainable Development Goals, we recently had a visit from a Romanian government delegation that is working on development cooperation, because that's where Romania is. It's now no longer receiving development assistance from outside. It is a provider of assistance. So I think that is a very good development, and we have experience in that for decades, and there's a lot of lessons learned. And we're happy to share that with
circular economy. You're mentioning that, but we have legislation this year regarding recycling. They're trying to boost recycling by basically transferring all the responsibility on every garbage put out out in the open to the city halls, and there was quite a turmoil at the start of the year, where most Romanian companies involved in recycling, from rubber to glass to plastic, they were quite angry on that development. On the other hand, we do not reach the goals yet, and we're quite behind the schedule when it comes to goals set by the European Union to recycle. Where do you think the Netherlands can help on that?
Well, we are also struggling to get there. We are not the best member states when it comes to for example, sustainable energy and reducing our CO2 emissions. So we can, in that sense, I think we can learn from Romania, because you're much farther ahead in that. When it comes to garbage collection, I know this is a very, very difficult topic in many communities around this country. We also had problems in convincing consumers and companies to be more responsible on that end. And what we try to do is financial incentives. So giving people and companies really a financial incentive, so that they think, okay, well, it's actually better to divide my garbage into plastic, paper, and what have you, rather than just dump it in one pile. And slowly, I think maybe it takes a generation, to become aware. But when there's a financial incentive, then people are more easily convinced.
Or a fine.
Or a fine, if that doesn't help. Yeah.
Well, the end of the month, we have the Explore Doing Business in the Netherlands. It's an event organized by you with NRCC. What is your input there, and what is the scope of the event?
Yeah, well, it's going to be on the 28th of February. We have this event every year, together with the NRCC and the Dutch-Romanian network. And we try to inform Romanian businesses on what it is to do business in the Netherlands and what the opportunities are. So what we do, we inform the audience about legislation in the Netherlands, our tax system, which is like Romania, very advantageous towards foreign companies, and what it is to hire manpower. So all these things that are, you know, shaping the Dutch business climate, we try to inform them about. And also we have a couple of Romanian companies that have experience in doing business in the Netherlands, so Romanian companies can directly hear from their peers of what their experience is, rather than listening to my wonderful stories.
Now, talking about stores, we're going to have quite interesting events to come, given the fact that Romania is now holds the presidency of the Council of the EU. Details on the Business Forum and Global Entrepreneurship Summit. Are they open for anyone interested? Would you recommend them, and for whom?
Oh, very much. First, there will be the Business Forum in April. We hope to bring a lot of Dutch companies here in different sectors to find Romanian counterparts. So we still have to find out which companies exactly are coming here. But in the next couple of weeks I will know more about it, and then we'll take care of the matchmaking. And of course, when Romanian companies are interested in a specific sector in the Netherlands, we can also work the other way around. But I'm sure they know how to find us. So the Business Forum will bring Dutch companies to Romania. We will link them with Romanian counterparts in the sector. And we also inform them about what it is to do business in Romania here. So we'll have sessions about taxation, about legal matters and contracts and hiring staff. So we try to give Dutch business the whole picture. And then you mentioned the Global
Global Entrepreneurship
Summit. This summit is open for every entrepreneur in the world that has a solution that contributes to challenges like the Sustainable Development Goals, you know, on water, on energy, on agriculture and connectivity. So whenever there's a Romanian entrepreneur that has an innovative solution to these ends, they can apply to be part of the summit. All costs are covered. It will be very interesting days in June in The Hague, because there will be a link between government, private sector, investors, and thousands of entrepreneurs from around the world. So this is the place to be if you're interested in that.
They should apply at the embassy. Or
they can apply through the website of the Global Entrepreneurship Summit, and they can also contact the embassy, because we can support their application.
Okay, NRCC events. Which one do you like the best?
Well, it's nice that the NRCC provides us with a mixture of events, and I like both the more content-related events as well as the networking events. I think they provide me with information about businesses and help me with growing my network. So I like both of them.
Which are the ones you're going to be attending? Where can we contact you?
I try to be at the board meetings of the NRCC in the first place, and that is always followed by a network drink. So I'm usually there at the networking drink, and I look forward to reach out to Dutch and Romanian companies present there.
Okay, I'm looking forward to see this year. Maybe in Cluj, maybe in Bucharest. Who knows? Yeah. All right. Okay. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please don't forget, if you find this anything interesting here and you think your friends might be left out, please remember to share. Thank you very much. See you next time.